Welcome. This is Mr. Perry. Miss V has you on a new track. It's called Ecosystems, Plant and Animal Interactions. And our reading today will begin with slide number 4, which is Plant-Animal Interactions in Ecosystems. Ecosystems, all the living or biotic and non-living abiotic things, from plants and animals to microscopic organisms that share an environment. Producer or autotroph are organisms that produce their own food, for example, green plants. And consumer heterotroph, or organisms that get their food from others. An example are insects, mice, birds, and mammals. Ecosystem players. We have decomposer, or organisms that break down organic material like soil, and omnivore, or organisms that eat both plants and animals, carnivore, or organisms that eat primarily other animals or meat, and a herbivore, or organisms that eat plants. Relationships in an ecosystem. We have the predator, or organism that kills to eat other organisms. Some examples are wolves, owls, lions, and sharks. And we have prey, which are organisms that are eaten by predators. Examples: worms, mice, rabbits, and deer. Biomes, ecosystems around the world. A biome, or similar ecosystems grouped into larger areas that have similar climate and communities. An example is a tundra or a desert. And we have a habitat, the natural home or environment of an animal, plant, or other organism. Abiotic, or non-living factors in an ecosystem, and biotic, or living factors in an ecosystem. And you see here you have a video as well. Populations in biomes. What is a population? Well, it's a group of all the same type of organisms. And to survive, populations must reproduce and pass their traits on to their offspring. However, to do this, they must compete for resources, such as food, water, shelter, mates. They compete against each other and other populations as well. Relationships in ecosystems. We have the symbiotic relationship, which is an interactive relationship between two different organisms. Parasitism, a relationship where one organism benefits and the other, or the host, is harmed. An example, a tick and dog, the dog being the host. The tick feeds on blood from the dog, while the dog can become weak or infected. And we have commensalism. One organism in a relationship benefits, and the other, the host, neither benefits or is harmed. An example, cattle stir up insects as they walk, and egrets, or birds, eat the insects, and the egrets benefit. Another sort of symbiotic relationship is mutualism. Both organisms in a relationship benefit. Here's an example: bees and flowers. Bees benefit from flowers when they harvest nectar, which is a flower sugar from flowers, and the flowers, the host, benefits when the flower pollen is captured on the bee's legs. The bee helps to pollinate or spread pollen to the flowers. And there you have it, your first reading of a few for this track. Take it, get it together. We're seeing the end. We're coming to an end. So Let's get it done. Hit it and quit it.